welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. I hope everybody's having a great start to their new year. Today, what I'm gonna be doing with y'all is I'm gonna be going through a couple photos that I did at a wedding. I was the second photographer at a wedding. I think this was back in November, I think. Yeah, this was back in November. I was the second photographer for a wedding. And so I'm gonna go through a couple of these photos. Not a lot, just a couple. And then I'm gonna kind of just go through a couple, kind of touch them up a little bit, do some edits, and just kind of show you guys how I go about editing wedding photos, and just so you can see some of the photos I take at a wedding as well. All right, so first we're gonna start off with this photo. He was sharp. This is a sharp young man. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think I already touched up this photo. This is what it was before. This is what it is now. So you can kind of see kind of where I went with it, with that photo there. So not too much going on with that photo as far as the touch-ups, just bringing down some of the highlights and bringing the blacks out a little bit. I always like to create this little curve over here that you see. Typically I do it with like wedding photos. I kind of create this curve here, and just until a point to where I like it. I don't know, but we're gonna go into the next one. All right, next photo. This one pretty much did the same kind of thing. This was just kind of off guard, off to the side shot. This was the first kiss here. Right here we have them actually going out. This was outside the church right after the wedding. They went out there, and it was actually raining this day, but we managed to get some good photos overall. But I snuck this one from behind. They were actually doing photos on the other side, outside the church. Next photo, that was before, that's the after. So all right, next, now we have this random photo from the cut. This is a photo of her shoes. This is the bride's shoes. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. I was kind of touching up on it already. I would probably just go in here and let's see, take out some of the spots that don't need to be there. I'd probably actually do a couple things in this photo in Photoshop, but right now I'm just kind of gonna keep it in Lightroom for you guys. That may not go off. Yeah, it's not the way. I would do that in Photoshop though, and remove that. But yeah, we got the slippers. I thought this was a pretty cool shot. This is the cake. I didn't touch this one at all, but let's see what we can do with it. Bring up some highlights. I don't know. I don't see too much more to do with this photo either. Probably bring the pink back, the pinks up in the back, just to make that pop some more. This is the I guess thank you. That was at the table where everyone sat. So for this one, I would just bring up the brightness a little bit. Probably bring up the vibrance of the colors just a tad, like 17, maybe right about there. A little bit of saturation. Now, if I were editing in Photoshop, usually I would take the saturation out slightly and then bring it all up in Photoshop. But since I'm staying in Lightroom, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the saturation up. See, we got blues coming in there. That's something a lot of photos tend to have in them. Whether you know it or not, you may not see it, but well, at least in a lot of my photos. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I would love to get these blues out of my photo. But if anything, I always go in here onto the HSL bar here, and I take all the blues out. Just for fun, I'll take it all the way up just so I can see where all the blues are. But take them all out because they don't belong in there. They don't need to be in there. Sometimes you'll even have yellows that sneak into the photos, but this actually has yellow that needs to be in there, so I'm actually gonna bring it up a little bit. All right, The table has a little purple on it, but I'm just gonna say that's from the reflection of the napkin. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, because if I took purple out, you would see the tablecloth kind of go, you know. So I'm not gonna touch that too much. I'll leave it there just a little bit, just a little bit. It's not too big of a deal. Not in my opinion. It's not too big of a deal. All right. Let's see. I'll bring it up a little bit more. Felt like it was. Right. Let's bring the blacks down. That kind of just enhances the darks in the background. And then texture is kind of fun to play with depending on what the photo is. For this, I bring the texture up and add a feel to the photo. All right, so we got, this is the decorations on the table. I like to get close up on those for sure. Reset, let's see. I'll bring up the colors in the flowers. Let's see. Let's drop the saturation a little bit there, and I'm gonna bring up. Also, you can use this selection tool here to select a color that you want to affect. So if you want to affect the pinks, you can select just those, and you'll start to bring those in and out. I actually like what I did with that. It's not as gold anymore. Maybe I'll bring a little bit of gold in there, but I don't think it needs to be. I don't think it needs to be that gold. I like the way that looks right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead to the next one. Let's see, let's copy this one from here to here. That actually turned out pretty good. Let's see. All right, so for this one, what I would do is probably create a mask. So I'm gonna use the mask tool up here. I'm gonna create a mask, and I'm going to bring the exposure down in this area here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Bring the exposure down just a little bit in that area. And then, let's see, we'll create another mask. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the tablecloth, just a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is create a radial grader around the table. I'm gonna invert it, and there we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for with that photo. With this one here, I wanna put a spotlight on the table, like that. So we got before and after. Let's go back here really quick. That feather. I want that feather a little stronger. So yeah, there we go. All right, so this is before and after. This is another decoration photo. Go ahead and I applied the same filter, but now I'm just adjusting, making little small adjustments on it. You can kind of see what I'm doing here on the right side. Sometimes you just got to play with it. You got to see what you like, what you don't like. Cause sometimes, you know, you might surprise yourself. But that's a decoration. Here's the cake again. This is from another angle. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the same filter and see what I think. All right, it didn't do too much to it, but I don't even think that we want to do too much to this photo. Let's see. If anything, we'll play with the color of the flowers in the back. Bring them in, bring them out. See what it looks like. Yeah, the photo looked a little bit bent, so I went ahead and did that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's good for that one. Let me bring the saturation up a bit. Bring it up all the way just so I can see what I'm working with. All right, I like that. Actually, hold on, I'm sorry. 1 minute. 1 second. That cake looks a little bright for me, so I think I'm gonna see. I think I'm gonna see about bringing it down just a bit. Highlights, just a bit. All right. Now, if you wanted, you know, again, there's always that radial that you can apply to it. We'll see how that looks. I probably wouldn't do it to this photo, but I always like to see what it looks like because you never know. Never know. Wait, it's not bad, actually. Actually not bad. I think I might keep it. All right. The guest book. Got the guest book here. Boom. Let's see. I'm gonna bring those darks up again, like I told you. I think this is kind of where I want to start doing that again. Bringing those darks. Creating that curve. All right. Boom. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna copy that, bring it over to the next photo, make some small adjustments. All right, I like that. Actually, I think I want to bring some texture in here, a little bit of texture. All right, here we are outside. This is the outside portion of the wedding, the cocktail hour. Lots of drinks, lots of some conversation, social time, eating, things like that. That's what this is the cocktail hour. This is after the right after the wedding ceremony. This is Gio here. This is the other photographer. This is Lo, his son. He's our assistant for the day. So Gio, shouts out to him. They're here dancing. It looks like they're having a dance battle, a little dance off. Some more photos. These have already been touched up. I'll go ahead and show you like in a before here. This is before, this is after, before, after. And then this one as well, before, after, before, after. And yeah, so I think that's kind of pretty much all I'm gonna go through for today. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see me do next. Until then, I'm out here. See ya.